Early AM Easter Sunday here in Arizona, just after 3 a.m. as I record this. But I'm here. Keri Hilson's We Need to Talk marks her return to music after a 15-year absence. Here's the album right here. You see the cover art. All right. But man, I miss like physical CDs, right? But anyways, you get a picture here associated with it. I don't know, maybe a lot of people are going to stream this. I don't know. But the new album We Need to Talk. I'm not familiar with the character. But again, once you know this knowledge, you can break down any story, okay? So this is Keri Hilson, Grammy-nominated R&B singer and songwriter. She's from Decatur, Georgia. Born in 1982, she started studying music at age 12 and sang backup for artists like Usher and Sierra as a teenager. Hilson first gained widespread fame for her 2009 hit Knock You Down with Kanye West. So you get a K with Kanye, and this is Keri Hilson. Keri, you get a K. And she started studying music at age 12. She's born in the 12th month, December. She's also known for Pretty Girl Rock and Got Your Back with T.I. Hilson's discography includes 2 studio albums, 29 singles. Okay, so 29 singles, and first gained widespread fame for the 2009 hit Knock You Down with Kanye West. 2009 is like 29. And it says her discography includes 2 studio albums, 29 singles, and 31 music videos. So we get some connections just off of reading a paragraph on the Wikipedia. So that's pretty cool, right? And this is a pretty outspoken woman. As I couldn't find a particular video on this new album. You know, obviously the songs are playable. It looked like on, I don't know if all of them, but they had some samples, if anything, on YouTube. But obviously I can't play the music. But I'm going to play a couple videos just how outspoken this character is. All right, she speaks about the industry. I saw in one of them that she had maybe some not so nice words about Beyonce and such. Okay, so I'll play this just so we can get a little bit familiar with the character.
People don't think of us as strategists, I think. You know, you don't think about the business of music. It's actually 75% business and 25% talent. I know we all know, we see them. You're aware of not very talented people who, but their business savvy game, their marketing game, their image, their message, like everything is all, they know how to wrap that gift.
All right, and I'm going to play another video here, if I can get to it. Here, I'll do this. Here's the Beyonce one.
Keri Hilson is done keeping quiet. She's been watching y'all spin this messy, tired narrative about her being some bitter Beyonce hater for years. But now, she's flipping the script. And baby, she brought receipts. Keri's stepping back into the spotlight with a vengeance, and this time she's not holding back. After years of whispers, fan attacks, and brutal headlines, Keri Hilson finally decided enough is enough. Hopefully she popped up in a raw, rare interview on The Breakfast Club, and let's just say she didn't come to play. For so long, Keri's name was dragged through the mud. People painted her as some jealous singer who threw unprovoked shade at Beyonce, and that one little remix allegedly killed her whole career.
All right, so just a little bit. I saw there was a video where she was, like she was encouraging she was encouraging women not to date athletes. It said she dated a couple athletes as well. So she's got this new album, and I'm going to show you. I mean, some of these connections are just amazing, as usual, okay? So it says it's been 15 years. I want you to notice right here, We Need to Talk marks her return to music after a 15-year absence. We just had a breakdown by another character who's got K in his stage name. And remember, it said she's known for this song with Kanye, another K. This is Keri K. And first album after 15 years. Look, like Wiz Khalifa. K. And that was just trending, and it's the same 15 years later with Kush and Orange Juice 2. Okay, 15 years after the first one. So you get that 15 connection with the stories 15 years later. Keri K, Khalifa K, and again they say she's known for that hit with Kanye West, Kanye K. Even West, you get W, like Wiz, right? And check this, isn't that awesome? Because that's her stage name, Keri Hilson. I guess I don't know. You could say it's her real name or whatever you want. But look, Keri Hilson has 150 in the reverse cipher, and you see the little chart breakdown there, don't you? Simple. 150 is like 15. 15 years later with this album, We Need to Talk. You see that? And it's, I believe it's her third studio album. And I just caught something else. And you see, again, 150 is like 15. And you get it with Keri Hilson in the language. They say she's out of Decatur, Georgia. I think Atlanta equals 15. Okay? Obviously, Atlanta, Georgia, Decatur, Georgia connection, right? Look at this on the fly. Look, Atlanta's got 15 and 150 is like 15. And look at this. They said she began at age 12. She started studying music at age 12. Look, Atlanta's got that 120 like 12. And remember, she's born in the 12th month, December. So, yeah, nice. Very nice there. I'm going to actually put Decatur, Georgia in the calculator as well. But let me ask Google this. How far is Decatur from Atlanta? Look, it's 17 minutes away. You see that? So pretty damn close. Okay, now let's just toss that in the calculator now. And Decatur, Georgia's got that 71. Notice the 82 with Decatur, Georgia. And she's out of Decatur, Georgia. You see the 82 right there? She's born in 1982. You like that? Look at that on the fly. Born in 1982 from Decatur, Georgia, and Decatur, Georgia equals 82. Oh my God, we have another connection. We'll have to come back to it because it connects this 134 we have in the slide. One of the slides coming up. So let's go back over here. Yes. I love it. And look, it's a 135-day span from her birthday to this new release. We Need to Talk. From start to end is 135 days. We Need to Talk equals 135. And if you get rid of the span, this new release, the release Friday, 134 days after her birthday, and Decatur, Georgia equals 134. Check that out, just with the language on the fly at that. 134 Ordinal Cipher. This new album releases 134 days after her birthday. It's as simple as A is 1, B is 2, C is 3, the letter D, the fourth letter of the alphabet. Check that out right there with the 134 and the 134 days after her birthday. Super amazing. Super amazing right there. And at first I thought this was one of her albums, but I was wrong. But it's kind of like a quote. And look at how it hits with her birthday. I'm very much approaching this like I'm starting over because that's how it feels to me. I've lived 9 lives since I last released. And look at this. ... I'm a whole different person. So I'm a whole different person equals 125, and that's her birthday. 12th month, 5th day, 125. And again, I thought that was another album of hers, the way they stated it. I've lived 9 lives since I last released. I'm a whole different person. I'm like, okay, that's her last album. No, it was just a quote, and it syncs up with her birthday. Check that out. Of course, her last album, though, 15 years ago connects here. Of course, right? And it's no coincidence. It was called No Boys Allowed. It connects with the new album in 2 out of the 4 bass ciphers, reverse and reverse reduction, 189 and 63. A connection with the album 15 years ago to this new album, which dropped on Friday. Look at that, and it matches in 2 of the 4. Very nice. No Boys Allowed. And we hit on that 34 earlier, right? With 134 days after her birthday with this release. Notice how her last birthday, December 5th, is the 340th day of the year. 340 is like 34. You see the 34 right there? And obviously 134 days after her birthday, 34. Look at her middle name and her first name have 43 in the language. 43 is 34 reversed. And just on top of that, you get the 65 match as well there. First and middle name. And I want you to notice Lynn as the middle name because it's kind of like Leon in a way. Okay? And we've had similarities with the language and multiple stories on the world stage. Check this out. This is police believe Ickner used a former service weapon that belongs to his stepmother, an 18-year veteran of the Leon County Sheriff's Office. This was the shooting at Florida State. Trending. I just did the breakdown. But the shooter's stepmother, an 18-year veteran of the Leon County Sheriff's Office. You see that? And they believe he used her service weapon. But Leon County Sheriff's Office, Lynn, remember Leon, Filipina actor Lolo De Leon, said on Instagram that her mother touched generations. Her mother died. Trending. Leon is the daughter. You see that? Leon, Leon, Lynn, all trending. Dominique Malonga trending with the WNBA draft. I can't remember who drafted her. I think she went number 2. But look, she played for the French club Lyon, Lyon, in the BWL this season. Check that out. Lyon, Leon, Leon, Lynn, all trending by the language. And don't forget, Ralph Lauren trending with this fashion show. I covered that a couple days ago or yesterday, something like that. And Jillian Lauren Schreiner shot by police, the wife of the bassist of the band Weezer. Lauren, Lion, Leon, Leon, Lynn. All by the language, y'all. And all trending. And look at how close her full name, Keri Hilson. Look at how close that hit to 184, the release of this new album. It releases the 18th day of the 4th month, 184. Keri Hilson equals 185, the next highest number. Very close, huh? Okay, awesome. I'm just gonna look at the article just a little bit more. Maybe read a paragraph or so, just to see if anything else is gonna hit here. Okay, so the last time Keri Hilson put out an album, Barack Obama was in the second year of his first term as US president. The iPad was released and Instagram was brand new. On some days, I'm like, that was just a blink away. But for the most part, yeah, it feels like a long time because I've been waiting. I felt stagnant. I felt stuck for a while and conflicted, said the 2-time Grammy nominated artist. I'm very much approaching this like I'm starting over because that's how it feels to me. I've lived 9 lives since I last released. I'm a whole different person. And again, that still sounds like an album, but it's not. And this is a 42-year-old R&B star, okay? Even that song with Kanye West, it's called Knock You Down. That's another K. Kanye K. Knock You Down K. Keri K. That Wiz Khalifa connection. Khalifa K. Oh, and that song was with, she had a song with Neo also called Pretty Girl Rock. She released We Need to Talk. Oh, so they got love in there? It says We Need to Talk. And then at the end, look, it's got love. We need to talk. Is that colon or semicolon or whatever? And then it says love. And this dropped on Friday, her third album. following the 2010s No Boys Allowed. It is the first of a trilogy set for release this year, led by the sultry single Bay. Isn't that what they call Beyonce? Is that the Taking Shots song? Okay. And look at this. It's a 9-track album, and right up here, I've lived 9 lives since I last released. You see that? This looks like a video maybe, but obviously I can't play that. All right, so let's looks like I have a little bit more to read here. Appreciate you for being here. It says The Disappearance, and let's see what this is about. One of those songs was leaked, a leaked remix to her popular 2009 single Turning Me On featuring Lil Wayne. Remember, we just hit with the 9. It says she's lived 9 lives since her last release. And then there was another, and it's a 9-track album. Okay. And it said she had 29 singles. And in 2009, like 29, she had this single with Lil Wayne called Turning Me On, which peaked. Oh my gosh, we keep hitting with the 15. We keep hitting with the 15. They say it peaked at number 15. Look at that right there. Number 15 on the Billboard Hot 100 with Lil Wayne. And remember, this is 15 years after her last album. Atlanta equals 15. Keri Hilson equals 105, like 15. And she's out of Georgia, Decatur, just almost 15 minutes away from Atlanta. They say 17 minutes. And they say the lyrics in that Lil Wayne song, those lyrics included a diss fans perceived to be aimed at Beyonce. And now it says there's a new song called Bay. Hilson, who had yet to drop her introductory album, In a Perfect World, which debuted at number 4 on the Billboard Top 200 and number 1 on the top R&B albums, claimed that she was forced to sing the lines. She can sing, but she needs to move it to the left, to the left. Ooh. Ooh. Assumed to reference Beyonce's Irreplaceable. Ouch. I guess she didn't like the title Irreplaceable. Damn. She says she was threatened her album might not be released if she refused. Damn. Yeah, she's been trending for all these interviews. A Breakfast Club interview here. It looks like she really speaks her mind. All right, so I think, yeah, they have all these songs here, but I don't know. Am I gonna play them? All right, that's about all I can do with that. And then there's one up here. All right. So I don't know. Sounds decent from what I see here. So those are some awesome connections right there. And once again, I prove that the stuff hits by the numbers, okay? These letters have numerical values attached to them, right? And this all starts with the language. You know what I'm saying? All starts with the language. And when did No Boys Allowed? Are we around that 15-year anniversary or what? No Boys Allowed release date, Keri Hilson. Oh, look, 12 days after her birthday it released. Isn't that amazing? Because she's born in the 12th month. And it said she started studying music at age 12. And don't forget, Atlanta equals 120 like 12. But she's out of Decatur, Georgia. Decatur, Georgia, 82 in the language. And she's born in 82. Pretty amazing. Wow, Georgia's got 127, almost 125, which is her birthday. Pretty close. Very nice. Okay, so I'm going to leave it at that. And yeah, this is the first I've heard of the character, So maybe some of this information will stick with me. I don't know how much my brain can store, but I'd like to try. And God, Wiz Khalifa really channeling his DJ Quick energy in that picture. And DJ Quick is connected with that new release. It's all in the family, y'all. Okay, so Keri Hilson's We Need to Talk marks her return to music after a 15-year absence. I just showed it's completely by the language and the numbers once again. Okay, shout out. Until next time.